This is
Coming to you from the heart of the Pacific, brought to you by Paulie by Design.
respected at all times.
Broadcasting from San Francisco, California, the city by the bay.
It's about to go down.
We shine on positive Pacific Islander role models every Sunday.
Party on a Sunday.
From 10 a.m. to noon, it's time for the iconic Faika podcast with your hosts,
Listening to
Naki and Carl.
What's up, Nak?
What's up?
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's season 6, episode 5 Sundays in this January of 2022 of the Faika broadcast. Let's see, what are we doing today? Today is conference championship day for the NFL, and the junior league, the AFC plays right now, right? I think they're on first, whatever. They're up the first game. And then we have the Niners and the Rams. So Niner Nation makes the trip down south. I bet you that's going to be close to a home game. I will bet you the Niner Nation travels well, and I bet they're going to be in Inglewood, loud and proud, sporting their gear. So we want to end the show on time so everybody can get back to football. Let's see. Today we're going to talk about the efforts for Tonga. The Pacific Islander community continues to rally and come together and provide resources to the Kingdom of Tonga, and that's been inspiring to see. Naki was a participant in that. PBD has been partnering with other organizations, and Naki was at the shipping location this week. We're going to hear about that. We'll talk a lot about football, I'm sure, and our check-ins. That's the show today. Naki, what's up?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So after the tsunami in Tonga hit, if you're a PI, you were busting your ass trying to see what you were going to do and how you're going to get supplies to Tonga, which a handful of us got together and pulled in all our favors. And so this week I went to SF Enterprise, who are shipping whatever they can collect, containers to the island of Tonga for free. Free. So big, crazy shout out to SF Enterprise, who is doing crazy, amazing work. Like, they are hustling and busy there. So, of course, when this happened, I couldn't just sit. So I started calling people that I knew who were wondering what they can do too. And what I love about our community, as soon as something crazy happens, we are like, what are we going to do? We can't sit still. We have to move like this. What happened because of the tsunami that hit Tonga and that pretty much wiped Tonga out, their water supplies. I know we talk about this all the time. No, well, I do. Their water supplies they don't have any because of the volcano ashes that have pretty much, contaminated their water supply. So they're in need of water. They're in need of non-perishable items, cleaning supplies, medical supplies, even masks, just because the ashes are so thick in the air. Like all of us did, we got on the phone and started calling in favors. And so Mona, who is part of our board and works for a company that supported, like, she just had to mention that the island was in need, and they are badass. They pulled in their resources, which I don't want to say the company she works for, because then y'all go hit her up all the damn time. But this company did not. I was like, do you need my 501c3 form? Or what is that? Our W-9s? And she was like, no. Her managers and they paid for the pallets that they donated for us to donate to give to Tonga. Her managers and her pulled their money together and just knew that I needed to get it on a container ASAP. So they didn't wait for anything. They loaded up a truck and brought the stuff to Oakland. And mind you, where Mona works is in Tracy, California. So it's like an hour, possibly an hour and a half, 2 hours from where this location is, in Oakland SF Enterprise is. So I met her and her manager, one of her managers that works for her truck driver, and they all did this for free on their own time. They donated their time, donated pallets to, okay, I'm such a crybaby. Dang it. They donated their time their own money, because they knew that they seen the pictures of Tonga. So I love that we just have to say the words that we need help, and people drop what they're doing and come running. So we get to I get to FS Enterprise, and Mona meets me there with her manager and her driver. They're all there off, not on company time, on their own time. Tell me that her managers pitched in and bought these pallets to give to ship to Tonga, which pretty much we all cried there on the dock. We show up, and then not like 5 minutes later, we didn't plan to be there, but all my usos, Christine, Mawia, and Soma La'a show up with their truckload of pallets of water that Christine has been hustling. And now if you follow her on social media, you'll know that she's hustling, because like the rest of us, as soon as this happens, we just started going crazy trying to get as much supplies as we can to our sister island, Tonga. So Cree pulls up with her. It's literally a truckload of pallets of water, her and Soma, and it's just her first load. She's been dropping all week because they've been asking for donations, because she had a fundraiser this past yesterday with other CBOs like the City Eats, All My Usos, Atlas, all in San Francisco, who led this campaign. Raul, big shout out to Raul. Pacific Savages, who I spoke to Brother Pequelo yesterday. SEDC, Patsy Tito, who is the executive director, was there. Also Auntie John, District 6, who hosted the area that it was held at, District 6. So big shout out to District 6 and the city of San Francisco. South Pack, who came all the way from, I think it's Fresno or Modesto area. Brother Eddie brought his whole crew. So these two motorcycle clubs brought, all the guys came in their motorcycles, and then like 2 truckloads of water and food, and they just brought it because they seen this on social media and joined the rest of us. We're like, just how can we help? How can we help? So they loaded up 2 truckloads and drove to San Francisco, and the brothers unloaded the truck. Pacific Savage showed up again, all the motorcycle clubs, Pacific Savages rolled up, and then they had also 2-3 truckloads of water and food. And so we pretty much were just like in awe and crying, and just it's such a beautiful thing to see our community come together to help Tonga. It was Help for Tonga fundraiser by, really, it was all these community based organizations, but other people showed up just to give, and it didn't matter who you were representing. Everything is going to the same place. So I went there yesterday with Mo, who ended up being my cameraman, and then I was working his nerves all day yesterday. So big shout out to my Moses who helped me yesterday. But I got to talk to Auntie John, who I hadn't seen in a long time, Patsy Tito, Mary Veva, who is with Essence of Mana. Showed up to donate and to purchase a t-shirt, which I have on. We're all in. which they had yesterday. And so it was I've been moved all week. Like when we showed up to the warehouse and Cree and some other people showed up after Cree to donate. And these people are doing this work for free. SF Enterprises loading trucks. They're taking up space. We're taking up space in their warehouse, but they're doing it for their island sister Cree is on. I can't tell you how inspiring it is to watch our community rally together. Because when we showed up at SF Enterprise, Mona, of course, who is with Matua Motorcycle Club. Again, another motorcycle club besides Pacific Savages and South Pack. But Cree, and Mona were literally crying on the dock because we were so moved by everybody's donations and love and everything that was coming in, and people that worked for companies were just dropping stuff with Cree or with me or, like tomorrow, Cree, meet me tomorrow. Which I know you're going to be there, but tomorrow I'm going back to SF Enterprise to meet DPR Construction. Big shout out to DPR, who's donating pallets of water. And so I'm going to meet them there so we can sign off on it with Cecilia, who is the boss at SF Enterprise. But it's just really moving to see. And I know that everyone has seen the videos of Tonga, has seen the island just tore up. So thank you to everybody there's tons and tons of fundraisers. There's a couple of GoFundMe pages, GoFundMe, what is that? Crowdfunding that you can donate to. If you are, somebody, it doesn't have to be me, it doesn't have to be Cree, it just give to whoever you want to give to. It's all going to the same place. It doesn't matter where you give it to. If you want to go straight to SF Enterprise, they will take it from you. So yeah, I'm really moved by our community and how we drop everything and get in there. I talked to Auntie John yesterday, who I hadn't seen in a while. I hadn't seen her and she was beautiful as always. The queen over there, but
Queen of the world. She was sure to express that when she was doing her introduction. She's like, let's just clarify that. Queen of the world. And it was inspiring to see all of the different groups. And it is, like you said, it's like when Samoa needed help, like the Pacific Islander community rallied behind that. SF Enterprises was a big piece of that. So like you said, big shout out to SF Enterprises, mainly, well, because they're helping, but they're also a constant. They, like, people know that if there's trouble in the Pacific, SF Enterprise is going to be there, and that's going to be a rallying point to get, get supplies and to get relief. So to have them be such a long-term company, they've been around for many years, and they've been the rally point. 37 years. And they're the rally point to get pallets to the dock. And they're going to get them there, and they're going to find their way into the Pacific and to the people that need it. So very, very inspiring to see everything that's going on. I'm looking in the comments, and Moses Molly says, nice jacket. Thank you, brother. I got it at Under Armour.
He's talking about my jacket.
Oh, no. I'm sure he was talking about my jacket.
Yeah. My SF 49 jacket. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Yeah. I don't know. How are you going to do that? You're going into Inglewood, and
we were in Green Bay last week.
Inglewood, there's Crip and gang and blood gangs in Inglewood.
Wow.
So if you're moving in that territory, I'm not sure how you got to navigate that, but bang, bang, Niner gang. I can say it.
Yeah. So, so if you there's tons and tons of fundraisers, like I said, for Tonga. If you see one, and you don't have to, it doesn't even have to be that big of, we're like Cree, we're dropping off pallets, but really a case of water is, what is it? $4, $5 at the most. A case of water goes a long way in Tonga. So if you think that is not enough, it is more than enough. So a case of water goes a long way, right? So the cutoff for the next container is February 2nd at 4 p.m. They're at 2525 Mandela Parkway in Oakland. So if you want to make the next cutoff, it's February 2nd at 4 p.m. So it was good. So like I said, it was good to see everybody. Again, all big shout out to District 6 and really all in San Francisco, who is not even a PI group. Raul, just seeing that there was a need, he felt moved to help, and so he put it all together. So big shout out to Raul for the event yesterday, the successful event. There was a news crew there, which was awesome to get. We want as many news crew media to get there so that it reaches more people. So yeah, that was yesterday. I had such a good time. There was food there. District 6 usually has like food fairs there. There's usually food trucks.
They had PokeCon.
They had PokeCon there, which the Pokemon usually is there, but he sold his truck. So, but he sold his truck to Bula pies. So I look forward to Bula pies.
That's like keeping it in the family.
Keeping it in the
keeping
family.
It in the community.
I did see Vibes and Smile yesterday. So that's another nonprofit group who collects items for the community. So, I mean, like I said, there was lots and lots of community-based organizations out there wanting to help just because they know, they felt it. Like, if you're a PI, you knew you had to get your ass up and do something. So yeah, that was yesterday. And so I had to rush out of there yesterday because my niece's virtual baby shower was yesterday, and so I had to hurry up and get in front of my computer at 1 p.m. for my niece's baby shower. But when I was, of course, stalking social media to see what was going on there, but my niece Tiff and her husband Edmund are having a baby boy, and so the show, it was virtual, and we actually played games. We had fun. We had played games, got to check in with. We broke out into rooms to check in with each other, and so yeah. So congratulations to my niece Tiff, who's due in March with our blessing. My sister Kay, it's her first grandbaby, so. Yay. That's it for me. I just got to take a break. I talked too much. How was your week? How was your week?
Well, it's nice to see that you and Sister Kay are going to be grandparents together. Yay. Very short periods of time between that. So awesome. Let's see. This week, my job, I'm in human resources. It's time to do reviews this year. Oh my gosh. It is. I'm looking at, I don't know, 1,000 reviews, and all I got to say is, people, you can spell check your stuff. Like, put it into Word and just press a button, and it tells you when you've misspelled a word. It'll correct it for you, but do something in there. Oh my gosh. Some of the reviews, the way they're written, are just bad. So I'm playing, I don't know, the teacher with a red marker, splashing it all over things and sending things back. A lot of that. Let's see what else. So grandma and grandpa of the triplets, Nicole's parents, are moving to Arizona.
Oh my God.
They have decided to pack up and move out to Arizona. And this was something that I think they took a trip out there like a week ago, and they made the decision, and they're selling their house and they're moving out there like in April.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's how you have to move quick, or you're not going to move at all.
Right. I mean, too much thinking, think long, think wrong. I mean, I think that was kind of the thing. They were trying to plan things out too much, and then they just decided, we're going. And man, are they, that there is no shadow under them. They're ready to go.
Awesome.
So getting that together has been pretty stressful for Nick. She's never lived a long ways away from her mom.
Oh, so. I see you guys following. Maybe not, like, I don't know. I can't see her not being around her mom.
I think there's going to be a lot of trips out there, but I mean, I've had Arizona for well over 10 years in my region. I don't want to live in Arizona.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot. Well, it's hot in Sacramento, but I mean, I love California, and for all the, the high taxes we pay and all the, stuff that comes with living in California. I mean, it's not even close. It's a net positive living in California. So
Well, you guys thought about. I thought you thought about leaving long. Well, like it's been a couple of years.
it's
but-
been a long time. We looked at Seattle. We looked at some other places, but in the end of it, I don't know. I've lived in Hawaii and I live in California.
You always came back.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good with California.
Yeah.
So that's been a big push because a lot of stress for her mom and Mike, and
Yeah.
so we're trying to support that. I think they're in Arizona actually today.
Oh wow.
So that was a big announcement with our family. So we're trying to deal with that. 5 has COVID. She ended up testing positive for COVID, no symptoms. But she missed her games this week, and she was so sad. It was a tearful conversation because she's worked damn hard to be ready, and she was, she's still ready. She's going to play next weekend. Actually going to be in Sacramento. Going to be in Roseville next week.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to get to see her play. But man, she was just, you put a lot of hard work into something, and you're expecting the payoff and the competition to come, and she just didn't get a play, didn't get a swing the bat this week. But good thing is she's COVID positive but symptom free.
Oh, awesome. Good news.
So the only thing she needs is a negative test so she can play next week. Otherwise she's got to be out for a full, some period of time. So she would miss another weekend, and that would be the weekend she's actually in Sacramento playing. So the Johnson family's keeping our fingers crossed that that's a negative test so she can swing the bat this weekend.
She just has to test anywhere, or is there?
She's it's a specific test because she's a college athlete. She's going to compete near people and that kind of thing. So there's a specific test that she needs to have a negative reading on.
I was going to say, did you get your free test? Remember, they were giving away free tests.
Yeah, the packet, the family.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got those.
They were giving away free tests. The government was giving away free tests. You had to go online and fill out all this stuff. And I wasn't expecting it so soon, but we got ours. So
yeah, there was a rush. Sometimes you can see, it's kind of evident with the government when they've paid the bills and they need to get the product or the information or whatever. It's like there's this big bottleneck. Then all of a sudden, bang, they want this stuff. There's a huge push, like get people to order it. And it felt that way with the COVID tests and the home kits, but because those showed up real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. This week was the first week that I had with the weight loss. And I didn't go crazy with it. I exercised 4 times and I was hoping for 6. I didn't eat perfect, but I only ate out twice this week, which for me is like a revolutionary change. I eat out all the time. And really anytime I eat out, I'm going to eat unhealthy. Like I'm not going to a restaurant to order a salad without dressing. If I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to order something that's probably not real good for me.
Yeah.
So, with that, it was a decent week. I lost 2 pounds.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
And, really I'm just shooting for 1 a week because I know that's sustainable. And 1 a week is 52 pounds in a year. So 1 pound a week, that's my goal.
Awesome.
And it really seems manageable at this point because I didn't do real well this week, but I still got 2 pounds off. And then I watched last night. I watched a really bad movie. The Matrix. I'm not a huge Matrix fan, but I did like, I liked the first one. I don't really remember 2 and 3, but I'm sure I didn't dislike them. Nicole and I rented Matrix Resurrection or whatever the last one is, the latest one. Not a good flick.
Yeah, I wasn't interested. I seen the previews. I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah,
I like Keanu Reeves.
I'm in the road, in the middle of the road with the whole Matrix. Like I loved the first movie. I mean, I went in thinking, well, Keanu Reeves is one of those. There's people that I don't necessarily love, but they're in good movies. Like Tom Cruise is a good example. Like I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but he's picky. He's, established. Like he picks pretty good films to be in. So even if whether I like him or not, I like Keanu Reeves and I like I like the first Matrix movie, but it just wasn't, it was 2.5 hours long.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't not a fan, but if you're a Matrix fan, that might be a movie for you.
Should have watched Don Reed. I told you, should have watched Don Reed.
I watched Don Reed.
Did you really?
I did. I watched it earlier in the week.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Oh, there you go.
I
See,
loved it.
I love that movie. It was such a good movie to me because
I didn't know that the move that swing, the song was the song in Knocked Up or whatever
Yeah.
I didn't,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that scene,
Uh-huh.
right? I didn't know that song was by a Pacific Islander.
Oh my God. When I heard that song, I think every PI in the world, when they heard that song on the movie, was like, oh my God. And then it blew up. They were really smart with that.
Yeah,
So,
that guy,
Savage.
no. The white dude.
Yeah.
He just seemed to have just the entrepreneurial mind. Like he's
He
going to make
did.
things click
Right.
one way or another. What cracked me up, what really made me laugh was when he said it was something that Def Jam put on their CDs, right? And
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, well, I didn't know. I saw Def Jam did it. So I put
I
that
did it
stuff on our
too.
CDs and then
Yes.
people thought we were a publishing company. And he was like, we weren't. But,
Yeah.
and it really reminds me of PBD.
Yeah.
Of things that we do. We're like, well, we see that this company does this and
So
does that.
let's do
And
that.
so we do that.
Yeah.
And people ask why. And we're like, we're not sure why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that.
I love that movie too. I love just because of the artist. Like, was it oh shoot, I like Savage, of course. The Decepticons were hot for a minute. Mareko, yeah, but I love Aradna and Eddie's. So it was good to see where they came from, and so it was really good to me. I love the movie because it just, it's a PI movie. Like you either hate it or you love it, and so I loved it.
Yeah, it was sad to the piece in the middle, and if you haven't seen the movie, then I don't want to put too much out there, but there's a piece in there, and part of it is overcoming, right? Like what kind of movie is it if you don't have adversity or a challenge that, some kind of problem you got to fix? Yeah. So there's pieces of it, but it makes you feel like you're like, man, I feel that's awesome. That sucks. That's awesome.
Yes.
It's a roller coaster of a movie. Really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Especially if you're a PI.
Mo's on. Good morning to everyone checking in on Facebook. I didn't mean to ignore you. Sister Cree is on. Moses Moley. Vi, Mike. Good morning, Vi. Lay.
Good morning, Vi.
Good morning, Lay. Anne. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We appreciate you. And who else? Oh, Mona, Sister Mona is checking in from Hawaii.
Angel Mona from the 808. What time is it?
From the 808.
It's gotta be early.
It's early there. She's there with a bunch of family members. So good morning, everyone. So yeah, we're here. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Faika broadcast. I got to run some bathroom.
Join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the award-winning show Koviki Talk, where we talk about all things COVID-19, but from the Pacific Islander perspective. We deliver timely, important, and most importantly, accurate health-related information relevant to the PI community. It's Pacific Islander health and community representatives speaking directly to the PI community. Essence of Mana is offering free classes via Zoom. They're reaching out to our PI community, and it doesn't matter where you live, you just need to be able to commit to the course, which is 12 weeks. For more information or to register, you can hit up Lulu Masina at 415-243-6328 or El Masina at healthright360.org. They also have Talanoa Tuesday every week at 7 p.m., hosted by Nani Wilson and Lulu Masina. Check out all their episodes on the Essence of Mana Facebook page.
The first annual Pacific Feast Festival is happening Saturday, July 9th at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds, featuring various PI artists such as Fiji, Sammy J, Maoli, Tanel, and the Bay Area's very own K-Mub Cobb. And more artists are being added every week. Please go to PacificFeastFestival.com to get your tickets.
Come check us out.
We'll be there. Protect your kids the best way possible with COVID vaccines, which are tailored for children 5 to 11. Talk to a health worker if you have questions. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. We can do this. The Abundant Birth Project, a pregnancy income supplement pilot program for Black and Pacific Islander pregnant people in San Francisco. This program is providing a monthly stipend at $1,000 during pregnancy and during the postpartum period to Black and Pacific Islander pregnant peoples in San Francisco. The purpose of ABP is so that you can worry less about money and focus on having a healthy and safe pregnancy. Expectingjustice.org abundant birth project. Go there, get your money.
How much is it?
$1,000
A month?
A month.
Every month?
Every month.
Man, get your money. The Amu Blood Drive is happening March 19th, 2022 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2055 Sunnydale Avenue, San Francisco, California. For more details, visit linktr.ee/allmyusos or contact Christine Mauia at 650-219-1081.
The 7th annual Amu Barbecue is happening August 20th at Gilman Park in San Francisco. It's a free family affair for the entire family.
How much is it?
Free.
Free.
Free 99. Parking is free. The food is free. You just got to show up.
Come check us out. We'll be there.
And we're back. You're listening to the Faika broadcast. I am Naki, as always. I'm here with Carl.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So, all those ads, check them out. Go do what you got to do to be there.
We got a producer on our hands.
Yes, we have
If
a
you'll
producer on our
notice,
hands.
those are much better advertisements and announcements than they have been in the past. Thank you to our amazing producer, Timena Moli.
Yeah. This week I went to, there's the Umu crew, which is a meeting. Good morning, Sister Mona. There's a meeting of community health workers. It's actually Pacific Islander. It's a Pacific Islander meeting, and it's put on by Dr. Nia. So Dr. Nia Aitaoto, who is the be all, you want to be like her kind of queen, the queen of everything. So they had this meeting, which was posted online. Umu Crew, which she has all the PI community health workers, and it's really like a fellowship talking about, and really it's just like to get together and talk about the work that the community health workers are doing and how we can help reach our community, what it's about, how we're moving forward, what we've learned from everything. And so it was kind of a little intimidating. Like I knew almost all the people in the meeting, but it was kind of awesome to I don't know. It's just it's a unique place to be in, because we're all talking about our culture, and we had Marshallese, Fiji, it's Micronesian, Melanesian, Polynesian community leaders in this space that is made. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's just, I was really moved by it. DJ Green, good morning. DJ Green is checking in.
Good morning, Green. Now I'm nervous.
Yeah, now I'm nervous. Damn you. So it's this community space, which we don't have too many spaces, Pacific Islanders. So it's so beautiful to see that we created our own space where it's just us talking about our culture and everyday things that we take for granted. Like we were talking about, you have to introduce yourself and talk about a food thing, or the umu. What does the umu remind you of? And I think Calson came on, who is a community health worker for Pikawa. He came on and talks about in his culture, in the first, I think 6 or 9 days of a funeral, they do this, they have their own food that they cook. And it reminded him of family gathering. And, and then I spoke about when we have fala'ala's funerals or weddings, our family gathers. And then in the kitchen is all the women.
What goes on in the kitchen besides cooking?
In the kitchen, and I admit I was not cook. I don't cook. I don't cook. I eat. And so, and we were talking. I spoke about when we're in the kitchen, it's mostly women in the kitchen, and it's just. That's just how it is. It's not, we were told to go in the kitchen. That's just how it is. And when the men come in the kitchen, we kick them out. But if you know this and you're a PI man and you see women in the kitchen, you don't go nowhere near that.
Stay away from the kitchen.
Especially if they're laughing, because 80% of the time, if women are in the kitchen laughing, they're 100% talking nasty. They're the most nastiest conversations happen in that kitchen. But the funny thing about it is, while I was saying this, actually, Taffy, who is is the executive director for PCA, she came on and she backed me up. She's like, yeah, in the that's what she said. She said, in the kitchen, the nastiest conversations happen there. And it's funny because it was a Zoom meeting, so you can see everybody's head nodding, and then the guys, the younger guys, it's a lot of younger guys. They were, they were like nodding their head and pointing, yes, 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 that's what's happening. So it was kind of funny, like the conversations that happened like my mom and her sisters, and I miss this because her older sisters are gone now, but they would gather at our family gatherings and just have the craziest conversations. Like they would mention every part of your anatomy in a funny way, but I think if you are not in our culture, you would get offended by the conversations that were going on. So I miss my mom and her sisters, which I know my mom misses her sisters, laughing and just enjoying each other. Like my mom is like one of the last of the Mohicans still standing, so I know she misses her sisters. So yeah, we talked about that, what the umu meant to everyone. And then Dr. Nia explained why this space was created. So if you are a community health worker, Pacific Islander community health worker, please check out their flyers. It's most likely on Naopo's website. We share the flyer, so look for it. And then you'll need to contact Dr. Nia also to join the space. So there you go. Good morning, Brittany, checking in on Facebook. So I love that space. I love it's, they're just doing amazing work, and it's really they're just talking about how to improve the work that they're doing, and then help, talking with each other, just really basically helping one another get through the day. So Umu Crew is what it's called. Look for it. We post the flyer, or go to Naopo's social media. There you go. That was my commercial for that.
It sounds like a really cool gathering. We have an e-community health worker.
Oh my gosh.
With PBD. It's Nainoa. But it sounds like a really cool environment, because if there's been health workers, they've been one-offs. Like, there's one at Pikawa, and there might be one over here that's but now this is a space specifically for community health workers that are Pacific Islanders. And
they were killing, because those kids are so woke. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that term is so used up, but they're so woke in their culture. Like, JR, who hosted Koviki Talk for us one time, he used to be with Pikawa. Now he's with ACOM, which is Arkansas Arkansas ACOM. It's with Melissa Leylon, which I don't know if I can say this. I won't say it. I'll wait for them.
Yeah, we're going to break that news. We're going to break that news.
We get permission to.
There's big news coming out of Arkansas.
Yeah. So he was with Pikawa, and now he's with ACOM. But like, he's in those meetings, like, we got to do this and this and this. And Calson is in there, and then Michelle. I mean, it's a really good group. And so, I feel like, damn, I know my culture, but these kids were like in it and having, so. It was just, it's beautiful to see us having our own space. That's pretty much what I wanted to get out there. Sister Kimmy, good morning. Sister Kimmy's checking in on Facebook. Thank you very much. But yeah, so that I encourage you, if you are a community healthcare worker, to reach out to Dr. Nia. That was me. So I'm sorry. I think I cut you off on something. Yeah.
You were on a roll.
Yeah. And then
I just get out of the way. That's like the kitchen. I just stay out of the way. If you're on a roll, I just stay in my own lane.
Yeah. Also this week, Manufo Liainga Onuae, she threw her hat into the ring of the Daly City Council. So she's running for Daly City Council, which is crazy amazing, because she's such a she's such an advocate. Superwoman. Yeah.
She's superwoman, but she wears so many different hats, and both in their family, her community, and then the overall community.
Right.
She's in education.
Oh,
she does so many different things. And I think that what I always love about Manufo is, and I'd be careful too, because if I'm on a speaking engagement,
Oh my
I do
God.
not want to follow.
I do not want to
Fo.
follow her either.
Like if Fo's speaking, like I'm
Mm.
going before, or I'm going a couple people after,
Yeah.
because she is one of the most inspiring speakers.
Yes.
And now I don't qualify that with saying Pacific Islander speaker.
Yeah.
She's one of the most inspiring speakers that I've ever heard speak.
Right.
Like, and she can be talking about, I don't know, she can talk about the weather,
Yeah.
and you can be near tears by the time she gets done talking. She's got words, and she makes you get, you're in your feels when you're listening to her. And I love, every time we have her on and we turn the mic over, now we're going to introduce, blah, blah, and we introduce her. And then I'm like, turn the mic off and just listen and sit. It's like Pastor Lucky. Like there's just this
so
ride
funny.
that you go on.
Yeah.
When they speak, you're going on a ride with them.
Yeah.
And it's a fun ride. And it doesn't matter what they're talking about. It's going to be, it's just going to be a great time. You're going to feel what they're saying. So there's lots of people that inspire me, but Fo is one of those where, and Pastor Lucky, when they're talking, I'm just like riveted. Like, what are they, what's the word? What are they saying? What are they meaning? And buckle up for the ride.
Yeah, I love when Fo speaks. And speaking of Fo, we're partnering with her, Toke Moana, SF Enterprise, Pit Pacific Islanders Together, and PICP, and for a fund. We're collecting donations for Tonga, and so we're having an event on February 12th, 11:30 to 3 p.m. at 78 Hill Street in Daly City. So just like yesterday, the fundraiser yesterday, we're needing items to ship to Tonga, water, medical supplies, non-perishable foods, hygiene kits, flashlights, glow sticks, batteries, anything you can bring and want to donate. Bring that on over February 12th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., 78 Hill Street. Of course, I'll post the flyer 50 million times. You'll get sick of it, but that's your reminder every week to bring, bring. There you go. Bring it. So yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm exhausted, but I'm go tomorrow. So I feel like I've been running around and on the phone. I'm on the phone all week, trying to connect with people to see how they can, and really like a couple of people that I spoke to, like I called them for donations or if they can help, and they were like, yeah, we wanted to help, but we didn't know how, so thank you for reaching out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call you again. So, hold tight. I'm gonna ask you for all kinds of stuff. So yeah. Yep. Brazil, bring a case of water. That's all I'm asking you to bring a case of water to this place. $5.
So the different organizations, I'm going to have you go through one more, just specifically for support for Tonga. If there are people listening, later in the week or whenever, and they want to get involved, because a lot of times, like you just said, people want to get involved and they're not sure how.
Yes.
Who are the organizations that are directly gathering supplies or relief efforts for Tonga? It is SF Enterprises where it's going to go to get shipped. But if we can just go through the organizations, All My Usos, ourselves, so that people listening later know exactly who to go to, who would those be? Oh
yeah, so Toke Moana restaurant, which they're in Redwood City. They have amazing food. They sell mango otai, which is
otai crack,
also known as crack. So go ahead but besides dropping off stuff there, go eat there because the food is the bomb. So Toke Moana restaurant. Pacific Islander Together. We also have All My Usos, and you hit up Cree, and I swear she probably will come pick it up from you. City Eats, who is in this city, San Francisco. Samoan Solutions is having an event together with Salt, and I think their drop off. I'll have to look for it, but Samoan Solutions, Salt. Pacific Savages, get a hold of Pacific Savages, Samoan Community Development Center, District 6, South Pack Motorcycle Club, who else? Atlas, geez.
And
Anywhere.
all of these organizations
Mhm.
that we've named have social media presence.
Right.
So if you don't have a phone number, you don't have an address, just go on social
Oh,
media,
here we go.
look up the organizations that NACI is listing, and you can get information there to help support.
Yeah, there's a relief drive for Tonga that's happening. Let me just look for the date. I'm so sorry. It's happening this week. Actually, they just have drop off dates. So you can drop off the 25th, the 26th, just 27th, the 20, all this week. And their address is 150 Executive Park Boulevard in San Francisco. And putting that together is Someone Solutions, Salt, Ainga One, Tongan Rise Up, SF Tongan Rise Up, and Salt. So it's just whoever, if you have a community-based organization, a PI one that you know, trust me, they are collecting items to ship to Tonga.
Or they can direct you to who is.
Yeah.
They're going to either be directly involved or they're going to know who to go to.
Yeah. So they pretty much I think it's safe to say every PI organization it has a fundraiser for Tonga or is collaborating with somebody. So yeah, that's been my push all week is Tonga, and I'm calling in all my damn favors to get them supplies. So there you go. That's what I'm doing. I continue to do that until they say stop. So basically that's it. And then that's all. We have Koviki Talk in a couple of weeks. So we've decided to do Koviki Talk every other week, just so that we can break. And then and that's every other Monday at 5 p.m. You'll see us. I will post a flyer. This week, actually Monday, we had Soma La'a and Kennedy Masoli on, and they spoke about surviving COVID and all that. They had severe symptoms. They were hospitalized. Soma was in a coma, and Kennedy was in the hospital for months and then rehab for 2-3 more months.
Still rehabbing. I think it was a really heartfelt show. So if and it's not it's not scare tactics where we're trying to say like, look at the horrible things that Kennedy and Soma had to go through, but it's a genuine, honest reflection of what happened. And it doesn't have to be, get the shot or do this or else this is going to happen. But it's empowering to see two people who went through, went to the very edge. When you hear them talk, they were close.
Right.
And to have that, that kind of an experience, and then to be able to share it with everybody, and their stories are vivid as to what they've gone through. And you think about people that have gone into a coma and come out of a coma. Both of them were out of consciousness, and the way that they describe it, and it's like 80, it's probably around 80% don't come back from the point that they were either being intubated, having the ventilator, being in a coma, all those kind of things. There's a vast majority of those people don't come back.
Right.
And they both came back. So to hear them tell their story and see the bravery and the courage of them to be able to sit there and say, like, this is what I was doing. This is what I was telling my wife. This is, all those kind of things. That's just it's a powerful story, regardless if it were about, I don't know, like if they got bit by a rattlesnake or something. It would be an inspiring story to hear what they went through. So it's not just a COVID related story. This is Pacific Islanders going through extreme adversity.
Right. Because we always talk about where PIs had the highest number in positive, cases because of all the underlining diseases,
the comorbidities, or the underlying health issues or challenges, which are, those are big in the Pacific Islander community.
Right.
I mean, earlier in the show, I was talking about, I got to lose weight. That I had a situation with my hip where, I was limping at one point, couldn't go up steps. And I'm thinking, I'm not doing my body any favors by carrying extra weight.
Right.
Like why put more hardship on my body when I control that? I can control what I put in my mouth and how much I exercise and those kind of things.
Right.
But to see especially like when we're talking about this, Kenny is health conscious. Like that was one of those where I'm like, wow, because he's in
Yeah.
way better shape than I am. Like he's
Yeah.
walking and he's very health conscious.
Yeah.
And that was something that was the piece that was really surprising to me was, we kind of have that thing in our mind, like, well, if I'm physically fit, I'll even if I get it, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I don't think that we know that for sure.
Right. I don't think there's a set guideline as to who's going to get COVID severe or not. We just don't know with this virus. We thought that maybe he would, he wouldn't
just breeze right through it, right?
When he went into the hospital, we
Right.
thought, oh, he won't be in that long because he's so healthy,
When
But
we kept getting news of it being worse and worse and
Right.
worse, I was just like, yeah, but it's going to turn, like it's going to, and then, you get far enough into it and you're like, wow, this is like, I need to stop. We're always praying for people.
Right.
But then, I don't know, the flavor of that
Mm.
kind of changed for me because he's in great shape.
Right.
He's just going to breeze through it. Oh, he's into the hospital, but that'll be
Right.
short. Like he'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like he's going to, one way or another, he's going to breeze through it. Just didn't happen. But
Yeah.
I think those are things that we need to, doesn't have to be COVID.
Right.
It can be whatever, but we can do things for our own health.
Right.
personally.
Right. Yeah. So if you missed it, well, you're in luck. You can go back to our page and check it out. It's the latest episode of Koviki Talk with Kennedy Masoli and Karasoma La. So that is on our page. You can also check it out on YouTube. But yeah, that's every other Monday at 5 p.m. You will see Koviki Talk. So I'm sorry. So yes, that was our week. I was crazy busy. I'll still be if I haven't contacted you yet, beware. I'm going to call you for something. Whatever you got, I'm gonna call you for it. So yeah, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Did we miss anything we needed to cover?
No, you might. I want one last before we go. I want to check in, make sure. Is Jimmy G your guy?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Nope. He never will. But I pretty much stick to my guns all the way through. Like once you mess me up, like Kaepernick, we was inches away from the. Yeah. So
Mackey's thing isn't that he caused dissension in the locker room or that he
Nope.
took a knee.
He's
or
free
all
to
this.
take a knee. I don't care about that. I
First
mean, I
and
do
goal.
care, but when it comes to football, first and goal, once you mess that up, you cut off. Jimmy G, he
got you a field goal last week when you needed it.
He didn't kick it in. He didn't kick it in. Yeah. I hope, the special teams was the one that got us the game. So the special teams and, Talanoa, we're going to wait on you to get another touchdown. But yeah, big time Niner fan. The game is this afternoon at 3:30 California time, if you're listening. And so we'll all be glued to that TV because we are going for 666. So
Niners, this is the third time they played the Rams.
Mhm.
Second time they've been on this field, and if they win, they get to play on this field again.
Right.
Because that's going to be where the Super Bowl is.
Yes,
So one
yes.
win away from the Super Bowl.
I know. I'm kind of excited. I'm like, I think I spoke about this before. My kids, we wanted to make sure that they see the Giants win the World Series, and that happened. And we went to the parade at 3 times. There you go, Menazal, 3 times. And then we waited for the Warriors, to win so that we took our kids to that parade. And so we're waiting to take them to the 49er parade when that happens. That's the only thing my kids haven't seen. And we're about to go to the parade. So there you go. I'm looking forward to it. So there you go. If I ain't here next Sunday, you know why. all this smack talking I've been doing, I gotta go hide. But no, we're looking forward to the game. So there you go.
Wang Niner game. What else to go?
I don't know. Where's your team again? Oh yeah, the couch. Yeah. Okay, Kofa. Yes, goodbye for you. We're here every Sunday.
Boy, there better not be a Niner
10
loss.
a.m. We're here every Sunday at 10 a.m. ish. And then Koviki Talk every other Monday at 5 p.m. Check us out on Island City every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Download the Dash Radio app, search Island City. You'll catch us there and so many other great programs. Come back to FICA with us.
Love you all. Join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the award-winning show Koviki Talk, where we talk about all things COVID-19, but from the Pacific Islander perspective. We deliver timely, important, and most importantly, accurate health-related information relevant to the PI community. It's Pacific Islander health and community representatives speaking directly to the PI community. Essence of Mana is offering free classes via Zoom. They're reaching out to our PI community, and it doesn't matter where you live, you just need to be able to commit to the course, which is 12 weeks. For more information or to register, you can hit up Lulu Masina at 415-243-6328 or El Masina at healthright360.org. They also have Talanoa Tuesday every week at 7 p.m., hosted by Nani Wilson and Lulu Masina. Check out all their episodes on the Essence of Mana Facebook page.
The first annual Pacific Feast Festival is happening Saturday, July 9th at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds, featuring various PI artists such as Fiji, Sammy J, Maoli, Tanel, and the Bay Area's very own K-Mub Cobb. And more artists are being added every week. Please go to PacificFeatsFestival.com to get your tickets.
Come check us out.
We'll be there. Protect your kids the best way possible with COVID vaccines, which are tailored for children 5 to 11. Talk to a health worker if you have questions. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. We can do this. The Abundant Birth Project, a pregnancy income supplement pilot program for Black and Pacific Islander pregnant people in San Francisco. This program is providing a monthly stipend at $1,000 during pregnancy and during the postpartum period to Black and Pacific Islander pregnant peoples in San Francisco. The purpose of ABP is so that you can worry less about money and focus on having a healthy and safe pregnancy. expectingjustice.org/abundant birth-project. Go there, get your money.
How much is it?
$1,000.
A month?
A month.
Every month?
Every month.
Man, get your money. The Amu Blood Drive is happening March 19th, 2022 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2055 Sunnydale Avenue, San Francisco, California. For more details, visit linktr.ee/allmyusos or contact Christine Mauia at 650-219-1081.
The 7th annual Amu Barbecue is happening August 20th at Gilman Park in San Francisco. It's a free family affair for the entire family.
How much is it?
Free.
Free.
Free 99. Parking is free. The food is free. You just got to show up.
Come check us out. We'll be there.